How's it going, guys? Bainey here. In today's video, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the Ads Manager. And the Ads Manager is inside the Business Manager, and it's where we create all our ads. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of some of the elements inside of it, just so you get a better understanding of how it works. So let's just jump into it. Your Ads Manager should look something like this. It does change a fair bit depending on your Facebook account, the look of it, feel of it, stuff like that. But all the elements should still be there somewhere. They might not be in the exact spot, but they'll be there somewhere. So at the top here, you should have 3 or 4 tabs. This is a new tab, this Resource Center. That's new, and it's only came out since the iOS 14 update. So you should have all that, but if you don't, you'll just have these 3. So let's start with the Resource Center. This is where it will show some errors that are happening on your account, whether sometimes they'll overcharge you, they'll issue you a refund and a little error message will come up here, or they'll tell you that some of your ads are not running properly, or they might offer some updates on things to change on some of your ads. And they also might have a message here saying something about your domain verification and stuff like that when you first started running ads. Or this will be in this section, so keep an eye out for that. If there's any errors, it will come up with like a little orange triangle here or a red triangle, and it'll let you know you've got an error message. So let's move over to the campaigns. So the campaigns are actually where we start creating the ad. So if we want to create an ad, we always create it on the campaign level. All I do anyway. That's if we're starting an ad from scratch, I should say, we start it on the campaign level. And that's obviously just here by clicking create and going through the ad creation process. So I'm not going to go through that now. I've done that in other videos. But then we move on to the ad set level, and this is where essentially when we're setting up the ads, this is where we would pick the audience, our budget, and potentially stuff like the time and stuff like that. So just quickly look into one. So obviously the time we want it to start, some of the audiences we want to select or exclude, countries, interests. This is where we would do all our targeting, and again some optimization settings here as well. So that's pretty much like where the main part of selecting audiences and budget and all that sits. And then we come to the ad level, and this is where we create the ad itself. So the pictures, the text, headlines, stuff like that. So just click into it and have a look. You make sure your pages are selected. And if you're creating an ad from scratch, you would create ad. In this one here, I'm using existing, so it's a little bit different, but that's where you'd create the ad. That's where you put your pictures in, you put your text, and you get a preview of what it looks like and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the 4 elements up the top here. And then also you want to get your columns looking. I've picked a date in the future, so it's got no data in there too, so it doesn't confuse or anything, but this is what you sort of want your columns to look like. You have unique link clicks, cost per link clicks, the frequency, add to carts, initiate checkout. So I have been over all these in another video, but just to show you how to set all these up very quickly, we want to come down here, go to customize columns, and then you simply pick the column, the statistics that you want to show up here. So yeah, you just tick all the boxes, and then on the right hand side here, once you tick all these boxes here, they'll come up on the right hand side, and then you can just move them around wherever you want them to go. So stuff like that. So I've shown you the order you should have these in, or not should have those in. I've showed you the order I do mine in other videos, so you can go back and watch that if you want. And then you always make sure you come down here and save it, and then go apply. So I like to have mine in order. These are the main ones: add to cart, initiate checkout, purchase, ROAS, conversion value, cost per price purchase. And obviously, let's just have a look at some data. So let's just go to yesterday's date. So I knew I had add to carts, initiate checkout, and then purchases and stuff like that. So that's very quickly how you set up those columns. If you wanted to go in more detail into like some of the breakdown, you could come over here, go to view breakdown, and you can go by, age groups. You can see what age groups are clicking on what ads and stuff like that. You could go by age groups. You could go by gender, age and gender, business locations, country, region. There's heaps of different ways you can like break down your statistics to see who's clicking them, where they're clicking them, why they're clicking them, heaps of different stuff like that. The platform they're using, what device they're using. There's everything in this breakdown bit here. So to clear the breakdowns, you just want to clear them, and then you could either go by action, and there's a whole other section of statistics. You can break your statistics down by, I guess. So that's that. I've been over all the settings in here in another video, so go back and watch that. I think it's called Business Manager Overview. It goes more in detail in like the settings side of things. So I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the Ads Manager that's inside the business. And the way we get here is simply by going, finding the 3 lines and then finding the Ads Manager logo and clicking that. So yeah, like I said, it's very basic. It's got like the 4 elements. The main 4 elements here are the campaign, ad sets, and then ads. And that's really all you'll have to be, and the breaking down of your statistics and stuff like that. That's really all you really need to know in the Ads Manager. If you want to know more about the Business Manager, go back and watch one of my other videos where I talk about the Business Manager overview. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you're following along, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave me a comment below. And if you have any questions, whack it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer it. Thanks, guys.